Welcome to the Eagle Update on KUOZ Channel 6, where we will provide you with a fresh look at what's happening on your campus and in the community.
That's right. Rebecca Arnold follows the story of a local law enforcement agency and the cooperation of citizens in bringing alleged drug dealers to justice.
25-year-old Fort Smith residents William Jones and Rochelle McCarrick are being charged for attempting to sell AD hydrocodone for $600 in cash. Not only are they being brought up on various drug charges, but Clarksville Sheriff Jim Dorney says that they are also being brought on charges for endangering the welfare of a minor, because Miss McCarrick's two children, a 20-month-old as well as an 8-year-old, were with the two at the exchange.
And also the drugs were delivered within 1,000 feet of a church, so that under Arkansas law, within 1,000 feet of a church or school or daycare or something of that nature, it's an enhancement. You can get an enhancement charge in addition to any other charges.
Sheriff Dorney contributes much of this case's success to tips actually given by local residents.
The thing is, when you're working drug cases, it's like putting a puzzle together. You have to find the pieces and you have to match them just right. The information that this person may be holding may be the one piece that we need to put in that puzzle so we can finish the rest of it.
For Channel 6 News, I'm Rebecca Arnold.
Did you know that in the United States, drunk driving accidents claim a life at the rate of 1 every 39 minutes?
That's pretty startling. This next story by Colin Johnson shows how a personal experience inspired by one young teen to raise awareness about drunk driving.
Having experienced the death of her uncle and cousins who were killed by a drunk driver, Nicole travels around the state to different schools, giving teens a different perspective on the consequences of driving drunk.
Since the age of 17, my family was killed by drunk drivers when I was 16, back in 1996. And around the age of 17, I began speaking to various organizations and schools.
To get teens to come to the realization of drunk driving, Nicole shows home video and pictures of her family before the crash.
I always am hopeful that maybe one or two lives have been changed in what I say, and hopefully that some of the youth especially will absorb what I've said and take it to heart and make it a part of their life.
This program really opened my eyes to what drunk driving can actually do, some of the damages, being able to see a person in real life and not on a TV screen of
see how someone was affected.
Yeah, see how she's actually affected with actual pictures and the videos of the people that she loved.
I'm going to try to look out for my friends more, I guess. Try to keep, if anybody has been drinking, try to keep them from getting behind the wheel.
Now, some of your faces I know and some of you I don't, but we're all on the road every day. You have family members right now on the road. And it doesn't matter if necessarily you're the one that did the harm. Harm can happen if we don't all band together and make wise
For KUOZ, I'm Colin Johnson.
In case you ever find yourself needing a ride back home if you have been drinking, you can call 479-754-8100 and the local authorities will ensure you get home safely.
That's right. And in this next story, as Becca Arnold reports, we'll find out how a minor mistake can lead to major damage.
A local man was brought in due to irrational behavior. He was evaluated and then released from the Johnson County Detention Center. Less than 24 hours later, he does this. How does it happen, you ask? Well, Johnson County officials are asking themselves that same question. On February 28th, Clarksville resident Michael Hilton was held in the jail while waiting for an outside company to give him a mental evaluation. The agency, which does a lot of work in and around Clarksville, determined he was neither a harm to himself nor others, and he was released on March 1st. On March 2nd, the police received a disturbing call.
Deputies arrived, found that the female at the residence had been physically thrown out of the residence by her brother, who was the gentleman who was released from jail.
As officers tried to coerce Mr. Hilton out of the house, they discovered that not only had he barricaded himself in, but he had lit the house on fire. Deputies were then forced to break into the burning house and forcibly remove him.
Luckily, no one was hurt or killed in this fire. Luckily, Mr. Hilton wasn't killed. My deputies weren't injured or killed, and the sister wasn't injured or killed.
With a screening process set in place, it is unfortunate that incidents like this still plague jails across the state.
It seems like everywhere we turn, there's no easy answers for this, but the jails across the state of Arkansas do not need to be holding facilities for people with mental issues. These outside agencies need to be able to screen these people and find them some help, get them some help.
For Channel 6 News, I'm Rebecca Arnold.
A $25,000 prize is the initiative for a group of students on campus competing for the Donald W. Reynolds Cup. Taylor Jacks talks to these students to see what all goes into making a business plan.
These students are here today preparing for the Donald W. Reynolds Governor's Cup competition this coming Thursday. The competition is worth up to $25,000, and they have created an entire business plan based on turning switchgrass into ethanol, a company they have deemed Switch Gas Incorporated. Tom Payne, the sponsor for the group, gives us information on how the group got involved in the competition.
They put together a 30-page business plan which they submitted to the Arkansas Capital Corporation, the Reynolds Governor's Cup competition, and we were selected as one of the 12 finalists in the regular competition. In addition to that, this switchgrass was selected as one of the best agricultural projects, so they're in the finals of that competition as well.
Sue Mooning, one of the competitors, gave us an inside look at her preparation for the competition.
We only have 3 weeks to put up all the information together for the research. It was so exciting that I need to read over 30 PDF files in 3 days just to come up with the ideas so the group can get started. But now we are finalized into the last section, the final, the semi-final, which is we are very excited and we are looking forward to achieve something for the school and for ourselves as well.
Everyone here is excited about the competition and hope to come home with $25,000. For KUOZ Channel 6, I'm Taylor Jacks.
Spring is in the air, and so is a lot of pollen that comes with it. Patrick Otto talks to campus nurse Kelly Funderburk about allergies.
Ah, behold the beauty of spring. It is a wondrous time, full of allergies. Wah, wah, wah. Here with ways to help is Ozarks nurse Kelly Funderburk.
Some people are affected by indoor allergies, such as, just the indoor dust and things like that. But most of the things that affect the students this time of year are going to be your outdoor allergies. Most of the time this time of year, we see more of just the congested nose, the red, itchy eyes, and a little bit of a sore throat. Most of the time with no swelling or anything. Most of us that just have the seasonal allergies when the pollen hits can just treat it with the over-the-counter medicines, anything from just a Benadryl to Zyrtec, Allegra. There's lots of different things that are out on the market right now that they can use.
For Channel 6 News, I'm Patrick Otto.
Many of us have the luxury of packing up and going home for the holidays. For the international students on campus, though, home is too far away.
Veronica Saborio catches up with some of these students to see how they celebrate holidays away from home.
The University of the Ozarks is known for its diversity and multicultural events. However, not every activity is celebrated or sometimes enjoyed as much as some people will do back home. Eastern is not the exception. For that reason, some international students explain how they do it here.
I've been here, I haven't really celebrated Easter. What I do for Easter here basically is just go to church, go to the special service that they have, and it's like a reminder of what Jesus did. I'm very I would like to say spiritual, so it's just like a good day to remember what Jesus did for us, and that's the way I celebrate it.
But is it really different or similar for these international students?
It's different because we always do like a dinner with the family and that. And here I had to do it by myself, so it was kind of lonely.
I probably miss the family part of back home because we all went to church together and then we'd have a big meal. So I miss that part, but it's similar in the way, the spiritual aspect of it is very similar.
Back home, my whole family gets together in my grandmother's house or something, and then we spend the whole day together.
So, even if the food is different or your family is far, far away from you, remember, spread the love, and give thanks for being alive. For the Eagle Update, this is Veronica Savorio.